Hello everyone. The time right now is 14 minutes past 11 in the evening on Monday the 19th of January 2026. This is part 2 of my rant against this impeachment complaint thing. I really have to really immerse this. I need more than 10 minutes to just witness the absolute stupidity of this. I'm going to read a quote here. Last week, personally, I felt that the ICI has been weaponized by the government to protect the respondents' allies, President Marcos's allies, and to target political enemies. So we believe that aside from the president being an impeachable officer, this avenue would allow not only myself as the complainant and Congressman Jet Nisay as the endorser, but also the Filipino people to thrash out all these matters that have been raised but remain unanswered by the president, his cabinet, and his officials. He has also it's also stated in the news article that De Jesus also claimed that Marcos's refusal to directly address allegations of illegal drug use, even those insinuated by his sister Senator Amy Marcos, could be used against him legally. This is not the main thrust of the impeachment complaint, but it is one of the issues. It is an issue that has been dodged by the president and by Malacanang. They are just sweeping it under the rug. But mind you, under our rules of evidence, when an act or declaration is made within the hearing or observation of a party, and if untrue, it should merit a response. When no comment is made, that failure to react can be taken against you. In other words, our rules of evidence clarify that silence means consent. Oh my god. Hold on. Okay, here's the interesting part. This is also a quote from lawyer De Jesus. The only way for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing. At the very least, in my case, I can rest at night knowing I tried to do the right thing, win or lose. So irrespective of the numbers in Congress, whether at the House Committee on Justice, the House itself, or later on in the Senate, assuming it reaches the Senate, it is immaterial to me. Irrespective of the possible turnout, miracles do happen. I believe miracles happen. Who knows? The numbers may end up in our favor. Maybe members of Congress might wake up one morning thinking, you know what, he has a point. Maybe we ought to exact accountability from our president. Okay. He says here, irrespective of the numbers in Congress. So I probably should explain to you a little bit about how impeachments actually carry out. In the House of Representatives, you only need a third, that's right, a third of the members present in order for you to be impeached. That's right, a third, 1/3, not even a simple majority, not even an absolute majority, not even a simple majority with a quorum, just a third of those members present. That's how easy it is to be impeached. And this is what I mean by an insane political move. Looking at the numbers in the House of Representatives, sure, there is a bloc that is aligned with Marcos. But even then, a lot of those could be absent on the impeachment vote. And boom, Marcos is now impeached. Easy as that. That's what I mean by profoundly stupid. This is insane on all levels. Oh my god. He probably knows how easy it is for any elected official to be impeached. He probably witnessed it last year from Vice President Sara Duterte. And once Marcos does become impeached, once Marcos is impeached, it then proceeds to the Senate, where there are only 24 members, and you need a 2/3 supermajority in order for that elected official to be convicted and removed from office. We do not live in a European nation, okay? We have a chief executive and a vice chief executive. In 2022, both of these officials were elected with an absolute majority. Not just a plurality, they didn't just get the most votes, they were actually elected by the will of the people. I don't like it that it's the both of them that got it, but it is the reality. And yes, you can argue that, how you say, that that Duterte, Vice President Duterte, should not be impeached at all because President Marcos's crimes are worse. I'll just tell you these 3 words, okay? Hindsight is 2020. If you just look back at the last 10 years, you know just how profoundly devastating a Duterte can do as a chief executive, as just a president, like as the most powerful man in the nation. A Duterte can do irreversible damage. Like, oh my God. This. I also should explain the presidential line of succession. If Marcos does indeed get convicted by 18 of the 24 senators, I think that's the. No, it's actually 16 of the 24 senators. 2/3 of 24 would be 16. I apologize. It's actually 16. All right. But if 16 senators or more, or even just 2/3 of those present, which could be like, I don't know, 10, and the 2/3 would be 7. If just 2/3 of the senators vote to convict President Bongbong Marcos, do you know who would be the new president? Yeah, I think you know. Go on, say it. Go on. Yeah. There will now be a second Duterte president in just 10 years. In just 10 years, we now already have 2 Duterte presidents. But that's only if Marcos is indeed convicted and removed from the office of the president, which I really hope it does not happen. Because, like, come on, we just have to look back. In 2016, I know it's 10 years ago, but that's just 2 presidential terms ago. It's not that long of a time ago. And yet, we are on the verge of making the same mistake again. Like, oh my God. Like, seriously, this simply cannot happen again. Like, I'm telling you, no. I know that both Marcos and Duterte are terrible, okay? As a center-left individual myself, both of these people are terrible. But come on. At the very least, you have to give credit to Marcos because he's actually doing something. If he is indeed taking drugs, at the very least, he is not relaxing somewhere else abroad or I don't know where else. At the very least, he is taking matters into his own hands to run this nation as he wishes. He is a strong man, maybe. I don't know. I can't tell you that. But at least he is doing his job. That's it for now. Thanks so much for watching part 2. Goodbye.